Hi, welcome to Cherie's Weight Loss Journey. We're headed out. All right. I've already done my lightweight exercises. I walked for a 30-minute walk on the treadmill this morning. That way I could spend more time when I get out, not necessarily thinking about, getting my steps in. So I know I've told y'all that, I am the empress of the fixed signs, okay? And there's definitely some downsides to being a fixed sign, especially when it involves change. Change for a fixed sign is excruciatingly painful. Excruciatingly painful. Every fixed sign knows it. That when they have to go through a change, it's very painful. They may not have realized this because they're a fixed sign. But usually that's the case. Even if it's something that we want to happen, right? It's still going to involve a tremendous amount of grieving, of separation, of connecting the neurons to the new simulation, right? And I've been experiencing that because normally on a Sunday I would be at work, right? It's 3:30. I probably would just going back to my station after a 30-minute break. Wishing to leave early, wondering if I had PTO to get off. So this has all been in the making anyway. I don't know why I'm tripping, but like I said, I'm the empress of the fixed signs. So change is very difficult for me. Very, very, very difficult. Right? And trying to recognize it and become a palm tree, kind of makes it better, but not necessarily. But today, I'm going to take you somewhere. Okay, I'm still battling this flu. I'm having fewer fits of coughing, episodes of can't breathe. Yeah. Anyway, like I said, at least it's fewer. And I am remembering to take my medication. Yeah, I had to do a quick wardrobe change because I was already starting to sweat in that sweat jacket. I was like, well, where I'm going, it's going to be on the waterfront. I'm going to take you to the place that made me fall in love with Garland and decide to stay here. They were in the process of renovating parts of this area, and the place where we had bought our first home here in Texas was in Rowlett, which was an underdeveloped community, right? And my vision when I came here, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best place to come and retire. You know, to me it was like an untold secret, right? An untold secret location with this beautiful, vast lake that you can't even see the shore if you look on it. Okay? Part of it got hit with the tornado, so they had to definitely do some reconstruction. But I'm gonna go over here to this little area. It's like a little peninsula off of Del Rock, and then I might go across over to Rockwall, right? Because this is what made me fall in love with this area. Even though I don't really go over here that much, it's in my heart. It's in my heart. Okay? But there could be a reason why I'm feeling the need to walk down this memory lane. Okay? Yeah. So weirdly enough, the place where I went last night was a drop-off and pickup place that was established by my ex-husband when we would pass off our daughter to one another. So that was a weird memory that went along with me trying to check to see if the charging station had opened up, because they opened up, Forest charging stations. There's different kinds of charging stations out there, right? Of course, there's the Tesla. Tesla's got their own charging stations. But this car that I'm driving is a Nissan Leaf. As far as I know, is different from the Tesla charging stations. There's two plug-ins. So I don't know much about, the different kinds of plugins. That was one of the things that I might do next week is, go out and see, these different kinds of electrical vehicles and, the type of charging they require. I'm looking at a Lexus right now, and I know just by looking at this Lexus that this Lexus is an electrical vehicle. I can tell. Okay? So, yeah, even the Lexus got an electrical vehicle. The Buick has an electrical vehicle. The Volkswagen has an electric vehicle. The Cadillac has an electrical vehicle. Toyota has, an electrical vehicle. They all have these electrical vehicles right now. Okay? So, I want to know what is it about the batteries in those vehicles that's different from the battery in my vehicle. Because if I could exchange the battery in my vehicle to one of those batteries, or just add another battery in my vehicle so that I could get the same kind of performance as some of these other vehicles, okay, done dollar. As long as it doesn't cost thousands of dollars, right? So that's something that I want to check out while I'm going to be out there looking at these different electrical vehicles, because I want to know what's so special about their batteries that I can't put one of those batteries in my car and extend, how far I can go beyond the 75 miles that I'm going now. Now, the first vehicles, they have the battery where, they said, okay, 30 miles. Well, this one here, it was a newer model, they were stating, 70 miles, right? So now I want to know if it's possible to extend my mileage. That's what I want to know. And if so, how much would it cost me? Right? How much would it cost me to extend my mileage? Because right now, I don't feel like I can go anywhere except locally. I don't feel like I can, use, the amenities without draining my battery, right? Like if I use the heat or if I use the air conditioner, it's going to drain my battery. If I turn on the lights, it's going to drain my battery. So I believe Fadi, the guy that sold me the car, I think he had gave me a guarantee on this battery for a year, right? And now that I had done the registration, it's been a year that I had the car, pretty much, right? In April, okay? And it doesn't even seem like I had it that long. Time is just going by so fast and yet slow, right? Time is going by fast, but it's the progress that feels like it's slow. Okay? So that's one of the things that I'm going to be working on this week, right? Is to find out the difference between the batteries compared to the battery that I have. Because don't tell me that I can spend, $500 on a battery and extend, my mileage by 200 or 300 miles. Don't tell me that. Do not tell me that, because I do it. Right? To go from 70 miles, 60 miles to 300 miles. Ain't no way I would get rid of this car. Because right now I I don't have no notes. Okay? I don't have no notes on this car. I can't even see myself trying to get a car and paying some car notes. So, this was the highway that I was driving down with my fiance at the time, right? As he was, going to one of his, sales meetings. I was riding in the car with him, right? Being that good cheerleader that I was, right? Telling him, baby, you could do this, right? So we were riding, and we was on our way to Terrell, Texas. We was on our way to Terrell, Texas, and we was coming down this highway. And I was looking at these signs, and they were saying 2-bedroom apartments for $400 or something like that. Anyway, it was just a beautiful price, and I was like, oh my gosh, over here the apartments are better, right? At that time, we were staying in Arlington, right? Arlington had very high, expensive apartments. When we moved to the cheaper apartments, we moved to an infested apartment that got me sick, right? You see these apartments right here? These apartments was built as a result of a tornado coming through here and tearing down everything that was there. It was huge. It was huge. I'm telling you, it was huge. So let me go here. So because I wanted to live here, I told my fiance at the time, I said, I want to live here. He was like, what? I said, yes, I want to live here. Right off of Lake Ray Hubbard. So, we found an apartment over here, and I eventually became an assistant manager to the property that we lived on. So we got, reduced rent and stuff. So it was nice. It was just us, just me and him. We used to walk around this peninsula, right? Which is, something that I was thinking about doing, is walking around this peninsula, right? Just like this couple right here. But yeah, that's kind of like what we were doing, and I always used to wonder how it would feel to live in one of these apartments right here where, you could look at the water directly every day. Right? They were condos. These here were condos. People do lease out their condos. Right? So they have officially made this a walk area. Right? I can tell they officially made it a walk area because they have, doggy poop bags along the area. See how beautiful it is? It's just beautiful. Okay? This guy looked like he didn't caught him a fish. So I'm gonna let this dude pass me by, because you're not gonna force me to speed up. See all of the doggy poop bags? So it has become an official walk area. When we were walking, there was not even a sidewalk over there. Okay. So then, me in my progressive mind, I was like, oh my gosh, we need to progress, we need to take advantage of the fact that, you could buy a house. You could have a house built for $100,000, right? And my fiance, he was like, no, I lost the house during my first marriage, I'm not going to go through that again. And I told him, I said, that's beside the point. That's beside the point. We actually lived right there. Okay? And, so anyway, one of his friends, all I remember about his friend is his friend was a Leo. And he was, I think he was working one job and he was working part-time at Home Depot, right? And so my ex felt like, this was a guy that, he could, I don't know, take advice from, even though this man was younger than him. This was a younger man. And he was telling him, that because I was looking at big houses. I was looking at, 2-story, I was looking at the 2-story homes. And they were going for like 150,000, right? So this other guy that I was talking about, he turned us on to Continental Homes. And Continental Homes, they had homes starting at 100,000, right? So the only way I was able to convince, my fiance at the time, that this was a good deal, was to discuss, the monthly payments, right? Because eventually, I lost my job as the, apartment assistant manager, and and so instead of paying $600 a month for, a 2-bedroom loft, we were now paying, the customary rate of $1,200. And I'm telling him, I'm like, $1,200 is a mortgage. So we went and decided to go down the ways. This is Lake Ray Hubbard, by the way. This was the view. They didn't have these apartments. You can tell these apartments that they're building right now, they're new. Right? So we went on over here and seen, I was like, this is the perfect retirement environment, right? And he was like, yeah, can we do this? I was like, yes, we can, we can. We need to. So he was reluctant. But once he was committed, oh my gosh, this man, he was watching them lay the foundation. He was inspecting, any cracks. He was just, very thorough in, the way that he approached things. Now, this area here was not like this. As you can see, this is a brand new apartment complex that they're building right here. Okay? You see it? Beautiful location. Then they put another apartment community over there. This area here used to be nothing but restaurants, boat storage, you know. There was a loop that you could go all around the whole side of the lake. I don't know if you can do that now that they've done these developments. But this is what I came to come see. Come see, come saw. Yeah, come see, come saw. So this is brand new. Nobody lives here yet. It's how many stories? It looks like it has room for business areas down below and then up above apartment complexes. Because down below it looks like it could be an apartment or it could be like a business. Oh my gosh. I didn't see all of this back over here. So they built all of this back over here. Look at that. See, it's all new construction. All new construction. Right on the lake. So you don't really have to worry about, you know, tsunamis and, you know, tides and stuff, because this is a lake. But it's a huge lake. Oh my God. These homes are just beautiful. They are beautiful. I am so tempted just to get out and take a tour. Take a tour of one of these homes. Even though I know, here's one for lease. Right? Even though I know I don't want a home, you know, with stairs. I have a home with stairs, and I don't go upstairs at all. Okay? So they're in the process of leasing some of these apartments. Right? This is called The View at Sapphire Bay. This isn't Sapphire Bay. But maybe they have a sub-name for it. So it says now leasing. Okay? And this has got that same kind of, they got that same kind of format where it looks like it has commercial rentals down below, and then up above are homes. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like down here is like commercial, right? And then up above, you know, is where people actually will be renting. So this is like the last phase, or because this is the first phase. This phase here is the one that they're actually leasing from, and they have covered parking, off-street parking. They got studios. They got 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms. I am so tempted to see what kind of floor plans they have here. I really am. And that looks like it's the leasing office. Let me go take a look. At least get some information. I at least want to get some information. Hold on.